Well, Warren, it's been a tough year, one of the toughest. Where does the disappointment of this defeat rank amongst others over the last 13 months or so?
Yeah, no, just disappointed today, but there was a lot of positives. I thought we started really well. I thought we attacked, did a lot of positive things. For us, some things to tidy up, and in terms of probably a couple of soft penalties given away, just a little bit of accuracy, and when we had them under pressure, I thought there was a couple of tough calls that went against us. The TMOs come in and said tackle on Gareth Anscombe was in the air. When you look at the still shot, you can see there is contact, and then they've scored off that, and probably the try that was disallowed on down the touchline was was a really tough call as well. So a couple of disappointing things, but I think there's some positives in terms of the way we started, and some of the attacking shape that we have been trying to put together just need to be a bit more accurate.
Can we talk about that first half then? Because it was a little disjointed because of the yellow cards and the review. We were up at the break, 4 points ahead. What was said at half-time? What was the plan going into the second 40?
Second half was just about us being, we talked about discipline, because I think we were 11-7 down or something in the, whatever the penalty count was in the first half. And so we talked about that, just being nice and accurate, just in terms of just keeping our composure and trusting in our systems. And if we do that, we can have a really good second half. So there wasn't a huge amount of messages, just defensively talked about staying a little bit higher on the inside, because the try that Munster scored was probably overchased and needed to defend a bit better on the inside. So just needed to tidy up a couple of things, and that was the message at half time.
I suppose when a side is desperate for a win, and Wales were desperate for a win today, can transfer, I guess, into actions on the field of play. Is that what we saw a little bit in the second 40?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's possibly. I think I can't question the players were trying to do some things. Probably when they were down to 13 men, we needed to take a bit more advantage of that. We didn't. It was just a bit disjointed. I said with the yellow card that we had, then the couple of yellow cards for them, and then. There wasn't a lot of sort of momentum. Some pretty high ball in play in the first half, and so we talked about wanting to mix it up and take their legs, and probably when we've created some opportunities, we haven't been able to execute them and finish them off.
You mentioned the positives, but I suppose it was a defeat nevertheless, and it's human nature for people to look for blame, to look for answers. Who or what should their frustrations be directed at, and I guess when and how and when can they expect better?
Yeah, no, you could direct them at me. I mean, I thought there were lots of good stuff about today. So we talked about the plan for us as a team, what we're doing in terms of some younger players, and that they will take a little bit of time, and probably on another day, those sorts of things, you tidy it up as our first game in the autumn, and you fix a number of those things up, and you get a different result the following week.
Where's that win going to come from, Warren?
Don't know. Just hopefully next week. That was we set out a target. We wanted to win these first two games, and I thought we started really well, and we could have been 20 points to 3 up early in that first half, and that potentially changes it. But we've got to take it on the chin, and I'm at the moment that criticism directed at me. It's probably a little bit easier because then it's not so much on the players, and I'm reasonably comfortable with that in terms of got broad enough shoulders to take a bit of that, and then. But we'll continue to work hard and keep our head down, and we've got to come out there and then improve from that for next week.
You're a pretty cool, calm customer, Warren, we know that. But in terms of pressure on you personally, are you feeling that?
It's only the pressure that you create, because you ask the questions and say everyone wants to know. So it's a narrative that you drive, and that's completely understandable. So it's. We're trying to control our own narrative in terms of a young group of players that we're picking to work with, who we believe are going to be good going forward. So but Test match rugby is always about pressure. It's always about performance, and it's always about winning. And I've said that all along, and I'm comfortable with that. But you understand, the questions that get asked. So and you just got to live with that.
As ever, appreciate your time, Warren.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers. Thanks.
Cheers.